Yeah, I got a bunch of new comics. Let's start. Ladies and gents, Rob here. Okay, so I went hunting this New Year's Day, I guess New Year's Eve too. I went to a couple shops. We're having some specials. Got a few books, so let's see what I got here. Now the first group I have here, these were 3 for $1 books. So they weren't the greatest books, but they were still some really cool covers, or I guess first appearances. I bought this book here. Got two copies of Black Widow, number 6. It's the second print. This is the first appearance of a new Black Widow. I think her name is Lucy Nguyen, and I think her code name is Marigold. Anyway, this book doesn't go very much, but you know, this is a spec book. If you see it for cover price, don't pay too much for this book, please. Then we got here, I picked up these. These are In-Yuk Lee variants. Amazing Spider-Man number 72. I picked up 4 of these. Nothing special about them. This is just purely a cover buy. That's why I bought this comic. You know, and they're 3 for $1. So I picked up these comics right here. This is Star Wars Bounty Hunters number 3. I believe this is a first appearance of a bounty hunter. I'm not sure which one, but once again, these are the 3 for $1 books. So I got what I got. This is Star Wars The High Republic number 3. Now, this first series has a ton of first appearances in them. You can find these books for $1 to cover price. Number 1 costs a little bit more. I suggest you find these and buy these because right now they're still kind of cheap right now. Now I also have, I believe, 14 copies of number 4 here. This is the, I guess, the regular cover. This has, this has the first appearance of a new Padawan. I forget the name, but once again, Star Wars High Republic. First series, full of first appearances. Okay, now we're getting on to these books here. I picked up some more of these 3 for $1 books. And I think, wow. I have about 6 copies of Crimson Reign, Star Wars Crimson Reign number 3. This has a first appearance, but it's not really significant right now, but if you see this book for $1, it might be worth picking up. Then we have here, I picked up this one, Ultraman, The Rise of Ultraman number 1. This is his first Marvel series. His first appearance this is not his first appearance, that's in a different book. The reason why I got this was, this is a Scotty Young cover. And Scotty Young is hot right now. If you see any cool covers of his, it might be worth picking up. Plus Ultraman's kind of cool too. Then we have here Poe Dameron number 1. This is the first appearance of BB-8, the little round droid you remember seeing in some of the movies. We have here Wonder Girl number 1. This is Yara Flores' first solo series. I bought this one, Invisible Woman number 3. And I don't see the AH, but I can swear this is a Adam Hughes cover. This one was not 3 for $1, this book right here. This was, you know, regular price, ROM number 1. The first appearance of ROM. Then we have Darth Vader number 5. This is the issue where we get the origin of how Darth Vader, or Anakin, got his red lightsaber. Then we have Darth Vader number 7. And this is the first cover appearance of the 10th brother. This is an Inquisitors issue right here. If you're a big fan of the Inquisitors, this is their first, I guess, cover appearance that's not the Grand Inquisitor. Yeah, Jedi, this is Star Wars Return of the Jedi number 1. This is the first appearance of the real Jabba the Hutt. Then we have here T2, Terminator 2, Judgment Day. This is number 1. And this is the first appearance of Sarah Connor. I picked up this book here. This is Loki number 4. This is a Mary Jane variant. Not a big deal, but I'm also a huge fan of Jen Bartel's art. That's why I bought this book right here. And this here is Dark Knight Death Metal number 1. Cool Lobo cover. This is I think a 1 in 25 cover. Now, I think Lobo is a cool character. I think we're probably going to see him sometime soon, whether it be Jason Momoa or somebody else. Anyway, there aren't that many Lobo ratio cover variants. I think they got this kind of cheap. I think they're worth picking up. When we see him, he might become a popular, you know, like anti-hero, like the Punisher. You never know. And I have Marvel Saga number 22. Cool Mary Jane cover with their classic line. We have Sabretooth number 1. And this is Sabretooth's first solo series. We have Gambit number 1. This is one of his variants here. The character we're probably going to see in the future. Gambit number 1. And I have another Gambit number 1 here. And a third Gambit number 1. Oh wait, if you're curious, I do sell on eBay, and I'll put my eBay store in the link below if you're interested in purchasing any of these comics. Symbiote Spider-Man number 3. This has a really cool, you know, this could be a Spider-Verse character for all we know too. Spider-Man as the Sorcerer Supreme. What a great cover. If you see this book for cover price, I'm gonna buy them all day long. New Mutants 18. This is the first appearance of Warlock, the alien Warlock, not Adam Warlock. Of course, there's X-Men number 15, the first cameo of Onslaught. Daredevil 165, great Frank Miller art. And as usual, this series had great Frank Miller stories. Captain America 330. Now I was watching another YouTube channel. They mentioned this character right here. He's called Demolition Man. There's a chance we might see this character in the future. This is what I heard, it's a rumor, so there's no guarantee, but if you see this book for $1, it might be worth picking up, you know? Booster Gold number 1. A character I'm sure we will see in the future. We have Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man number 1. I believe this is his second ongoing series, I think. Could be wrong. Superman, the Man of Steel 18. The first cover and first full appearance of Doomsday. Spider-Man number 1 from 1990. Classic cover, homage. You know, it's McFarlane Spider-Man cover. Iconic cover. This is Deadpool, the Circle Chase number 1. And I believe this is Deadpool's first solo series. We have Amazing Spider-Man number 64. Really cool Vulture cover. We have Star Wars number 2. Great series. This is the first appearance of Mother Towson of the Night Sisters. And I think we may be seeing her, as I heard on some Star Wars theories YouTube channels, the chance we could see her in the Ahsoka series. Apparently that series is going to focus on the Force and dark magic and stuff like that. So this book is not cheap, but I think it's a good book to have. Evel Knievel number 1. And I got 2 copies. If you're a fan of Evel Knievel, this is his first comic appearance. A must-have. And we have here The Flash 172. Great Grodd cover. It's not his first cover appearance, but it's probably one of his coolest cover appearances right here, if you ask me. DC versus Marvel number 1. A classic crossover. This is the first DC Marvel crossover. The Punisher World Journal number 6. Their first meeting between the Punisher and Wolverine. Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, 254. The first cover and first appearance of Typhoid Mary. Star Wars The High Republic number 7. This is the first appearance of Darth Krall. So we see Darth Krall, hard to say, but this book is kind of popular right now. So if you see this one, cover price or $10, I suggest you pick it up. Avengers West Coast number 94. Now this, ladies and gents, is the first appearance on cover of War Machine with Rhodey actually wearing the armor, because I believe in Iron Man 282, that was Tony Stark in the armor. So this is the actual first appearance of War Machine in the suit. Star Wars Clone Wars Adventures Free Comic Book Day number 1. This is the first appearance of General Grievous, a super duper cyborg. This is one of my favorite villains in Star Wars, the Clone Wars series. This guy was a monster. And then I have 3 copies of West Coast Avengers number 7. And this is the first appearance of Jeff the Land Shark. And I believe Jeff the Land Shark is Gwenpool's pet. And this book is not cheap right now. If you see this one for cover price or less, you better buy it. This book is kind of popular right now. I do have one slab here. And that slab is Infinite Crisis number 5. And this is the first appearance of Jamie Reyes as the Blue Beetle, a character we're going to be seeing, I guess, in a movie from HBO. So these are books I think are worth picking up right now. Happy New Year.